Newborn babies can naturally perceive the beat in music according to a new study, which revealed that beat perception in babies is an innate cognitive ability, separate from their capacity to learn sound sequences. Babies begin to develop their hearing in the second trimester. By around 25 weeks, many can respond to sounds between 100 to 500 hertz, which includes some musical elements and overlaps with adult speech frequencies. The babies in the study were exposed to drum rhythms with consistent and random timings while their brain responses were measured using electroencephalography, or EEG. The consistent timing allowed for beat perception, whereas the random timing only enabled learning the sequence of sounds. Results showed that babies recognized the beat when the drum timings were consistent, indicating that this ability is not just a learned behavior, but an inborn skill. This finding could help us understand infant cognition and auditory development. The researchers emphasized the value of nursery rhymes and music in early childhood development. The concept of playing music for unborn babies, often seen as a modern parenting cliché, actually has scientific backing. Research shows that during the last trimester of pregnancy, babies can hear a range of musical tones and respond to them while in the womb. If exposed repeatedly to the same melody, they may recognize it after birth. However, parents are advised against using earphones or loud music on the pregnant belly.
Just like pregnant women, who are advised to avoid alcohol, drinking habits of soon-to-be dads can also impact the development of fetuses. Heavy drinking by fathers in the months leading up to conception can affect the facial features of their offspring and increase the risk of fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, or FASD. FASD is an umbrella term used to describe a range of conditions that can occur in individuals who have been exposed to alcohol during pregnancy. The syndrome is commonly linked with maternal drinking during pregnancy, but now it has been proven that paternal drinking habits also contribute to these effects. Babies whose fathers engaged in chronic alcohol consumption were more likely to have smaller eyes, squished faces, smaller mouths, and ears positioned lower on their heads. There was also a higher risk of developing microcephaly, an underdevelopment of the head and brain. Another study suggests that children of heavy drinking fathers may have an increased likelihood of developing drug-seeking tendencies. Clinical research has also indicated a potential link between paternal drinking and a higher risk of potentially fatal heart defects in children. Since there is no known safe amount of alcohol during pregnancy, and the effects can vary depending on the timing and amount of alcohol consumed, the safest approach is to avoid alcohol entirely during pregnancy.
Babies start learning language early while still in the womb. When a fetus hears speech, especially their mother's voice, it influences their brain activity and helps them learn language. During the later stages of pregnancy, the fetus can hear muffled sounds from outside the womb. The uterus acts as a filter, allowing only the melody and rhythm of speech through, while suppressing individual sounds. Newborns prefer their mother's voice and are drawn to the language their mother spoke during pregnancy. Their brains become prepared for native language even before birth. In a new experiment conducted by scientists, the babies listened to a speech in 3 languages while researchers monitored their brain activity before and after the language exposure to see how it affected their brains. The results showed that when the babies were exposed to speech, especially in the native language that they had heard during pregnancy, it changed their brain activity in a way that indicated they were learning. The brain activity became more similar to their previous states, showing a type of memory. This memory helped them respond better to the language they heard before birth. The baby's brains didn't show the same memory for unfamiliar languages. During the last trimester of pregnancy, fetuses can detect sounds, and this includes exposure to language. Once born, babies continue to learn by mimicking sounds, eventually leading to the development of speech and language skills.